God, I keep missing the loading time, loading screen, but oh well. Yo, what's up, guys? That is not the right overlay. Apologies, I just casted that one. Let's just switch over. There we go. And yeah, on to it. We have an orc versus a human, which is really weird because someone is an orc player. But yeah, this time around he is going to be playing as a human. He is going to be spawning in as the red human in the bottom right of the map, Terenas Stand. His opponent, Lynn, the blue orc player in the top left. 1.31 is looking pretty good so far. And I am crossing my fingers for this one because Orc did get a pretty good buff when it comes to Blade Master. Obviously his critical strike damage formula or damage calculation is back to overall damage rather than just his basic attack damage. But he did get a bit of a nerf in the Windwalk cooldown. The cooldown starts as soon as Windwalk expires, so no more Windwalking around for like full duration, Windwalk strike, and then instantly Windwalking away again. That is no longer a thing. I imagine Lin should be sticking to his tried and true Blade Master here. And Taurens. Taurens got a pretty good buff as well.
Ready to work.
They can start with a Pulverize, but I think it's weaker than normal Pulverize, but it can be upgraded with the normal upgrade. And yeah, I'm hoping to see some Taurens here because we did see a bunch of Knights in the last game, but that is pretty much going to be dependent on how Lin actually wants to play this. I think that's all. Spike barricades got a bit of a change as well. I'm not sure if it's that significant, but just have to mention that. And of course, Codebase can devour those pesky mountain giants as long as resistance skin is not upgraded, which is kind of hard to tell whether it's upgraded or not as an opponent, because yeah, I don't think there's an obvious indicator of that. Speaking of obvious indicator, the previous game where the knights had their swords shining, which I've never seen before, but it is a recent change we might see in this game. It is called Sundering Strike, and they do additional damage to medium armored targets, so it's pretty cool. I'm not sure why their swords have to glow, but that is an obvious example of an upgrade indicator, which hopefully Mountain Giants could get as well, because it's hard to tell whether or not they're resistance skin or not resistance skin. I guess you probably could left click and see does the buff actually show on the Mountain Giants status? I don't actually know. Well, we can't really see it in this game since there's no Night Elves, but yeah, have to keep my eye out for that. So far, pretty tame start from both sides. Just one creep camp for both. Not really too much else. The base is being successfully walled off, so the Blade Master can't actually sneak in there. Windwalk is about to expire, and yeah, it's gonna go straight after those militia. He did actually wake up the Sasquatch camp to try and deal some additional damage as well, which is pretty cute. Oh, Stormbolt. Oh wow, we actually have a Mountain King first, a Soin as well. I just realized that as soon as the oh yikes, as soon as the Stormbolt got tossed. You can see there Lin, he missed that Windwalk strike, which is very uncharacteristic, but yeah, that is unfortunate. He would have been level 2 by now, but he did miss that, and of course the Mountain King wouldn't be level 3. Is not going to toss another Stormbolt, I don't think. Windwalk is still available for the Blade Master, so is going to be a little bit patient there. Scout Tower is going to go straight into an Arcane Tower, as I believe there we go, Blade Master going after the Peasant, which will enable him that critical strike ability. Unless Lin's like super crazy and go in mirror image, which is probably not going to happen.
We're under attack!
Okay, long distance creeping here will be able to give the Blade Master about half progress towards that level 3. And expansion attempt here for Soin. We did see in the last game that expansions either need to be dealt with quickly or matched, because otherwise you are going to be so behind. Yes, you could accelerate your tech speed, but it's generally not a good idea to be overwhelmed with units, because yeah, numbers tend to kind of match quality pretty well, unless of course that quality has, like, I don't know, Rain of Fire or some sort of AoE like tool to try and fix things. But yeah, in the last game it did not actually happen that much.
Want to see something?
Okay, so we have the standard bestiary totem, Tauren totem, with the Spirit Walkers coming out here. No Taurens just quite yet.
We're under attack!
I'm trying to remember, I'm pretty sure it is Fortress Tech units, so we do need that Fortress Tech at least for Lin to be seeing those Taurens, but otherwise, so far it looks to be pretty standard. This actually, just imagine the Tauren totem is a Spirit Lodge. This is pretty much before the Blade Master Critical Strike nerfs. Oh, Spirit Walker and the Blade Master has spotted this large mass of footmen actually moving on in, and is looking to maybe try and something out. The Orc Burrows are going to be the first targets here for the footmen. No spike barricades, it doesn't seem, as London Mill is not completed, but TP Scroll is going to be used early. I believe we do lose a single footman for that, but was that worth it? I mean, you actually put your opponent upside down in supply, and that is kind of a big deal, because he just finished his tier 2 production, and now it's gonna be put to waste because he needs to build not only one but a second Orc Burrow as well, because he was already supply blocked before, but now that he's upside down he needs to build a second one just so we can go up to 50 again, as I believe we're just waiting on a bit of gold for Lin. Blade Master, I think, did some damage to maybe a footman, maybe a Mountain King, I don't know, but it is generally unwise to stick around because Stormbolt to the face is not a pleasant experience, I imagine.
We're under attack!
As the Blade Master, what is he going to pick up? Invuln, he is going to pick up a Scroll of Healing instead, as I believe he is expecting maybe a major fight coming in. Oh, whoopsies. Goblin Lab is going to be utilized, probably a Zeppelin to be picked up.
We're under attack!
No, nothing. We're just going to start the camp. I actually have no idea why he pulled the camp, if he was just going to clear it at the end, but a bit weird. Expansion is going to be matched, it seems like, as the Great Hole is near completion here. This has not been spotted by Soin as far as I can tell. Actually, we can just confirm it. Yeah, Soin has not spotted the expansion just quite yet. As, oh, here we go with an ensnare onto a rifleman here. Stormbolt to the Shadowhunter's face, however, that is going to be a Shadowhunter very quickly taken out if not careful. He does upgrade a healing potion just in case, and this is probably not a fight someone should go for. We should have another ensnare come in very soon. There we go. Ensnare is going to be popped onto the Mountain King, who does have a gritty healing potion as well as a health stone available. So that is a lot of healing for both sides, to be honest. Is going to lose a couple of units, unfortunately, for that. As yeah, Blade Master is a pretty good DPS hero, but he's also pretty good at scouting out thanks to that Warlock ability.
Work complete.
Shadowhunter is going to pick up a shooter for himself, as it seems like Lin
Research complete.
Doesn't have that many peons on lumber just currently, because he is transferring most of them over to the second gold mine. This expansion has yet to be spotted, like I said, and still has yet to be spotted. Dark Wizard Camp is going to be taken out here for Soin, as Lin is just going to be skipping this one over for now. Dark Wizard is going to drop himself the Scroll of Beast, which doesn't actually sound that great for a red creep camp. This is red, right? No, it's actually orange, but it's a level 8 creep monster. Oh, interesting. Oh, yikes. TV Scroll was about a millisecond off from saving that Rifleman, as we do have double Sanctums being into play here. So Rifle Casters, it looks like, is going to be the army composition of choice, rather than tier 3 Knights or something like that. Knights would be pretty good, not gonna lie, but looks like it's not meant to be for this game. That is a TP staff from the Shadowhunter going back home, and okay, it's just gonna pick up a couple of salves in exchange for a couple of items here.
Research complete.
Okay, +1 armor is completed for the grunts, and actually Orc only has one armor type, so yeah, grunts, and I think that's just grunts. Yeah, Spirit Walkers don't actually take advantage of that at all. And +1 attack upgrade for the grunts and raiders is on the way. Still going for Spirit Walkers here, as we are sticking to Stronghold Tech. Berserker Strength is on its way for those grunts as well, as it's basically Animal War training actually. Now that I look at it right now, it's a better Animal War training because you get that +3 attack damage upgrade. But obviously it only affects a single type of unit, which is the grunts. Meanwhile, Animal War training affects 3 different type of units, I believe: Knights, Dragonhawks, and Griffins.
Research complete.
Sources adding to the mix here for Soin, as we are pretty much dead even in supply for both sides. 63 each, as obviously there will be discrepancies as time goes on, but it is pretty much even for both sides. Expansions
We're under attack.
are even as well, although Lin was a bit behind in his, because I mean that's just the nature of versing a human player. They can always just speed build their town halls. In terms of hero levels though, level 4, level 4, looking pretty good for Lin. Level 2, level 4, yeah, clearly there is a difference between the heroes here. Archmage 2nd is interesting because he's now just there as a Brilliance or a bot, rather than like Blizzard or Water Elementals, I imagine. Yeah, interesting. Army comps is... yeah, I actually don't know about the army comps. You would assume it would favor the human player since it's so diverse. It has like 4 or 5 different types of unit types, but yeah, Kodo Beast just kind of makes this equation kind of haywire because of that Battle Drum aura, which I don't think Battle Drum has been picked up this game, which is a change in this current patch as well. The Battle Drum item now doesn't stack with the Kodo Beast aura because it's counted as the same aura now, so it slightly nerfs the orc race a little bit.
We're under attack.
But yes, second Tauren totem. Is this what I am hoping for? We are going to Stronghold Tech, and Lin is saving up a huge amount of resources here, so we might be seeing the first Tauren warriors coming out for 1.31 on the channel, as we do have the Pulverize upgrade being completed straight away.
We're under attack.
As we have a fight coming in for both sides. It seems like Soin did get caught out a little bit. Nice Thunderclap is going to try something here, but a ensnare onto the Blizzard to cancel it out. Kodo Beast looking for a quick meal, as I should probably go into population right now. Soin does have the numbers, but is that going to be enough? The Riflemen are at a pretty good position, right at the back there, kiting it away. Blizzard is going to be cast and will be able to take down a couple of raiders for himself. as it seems like Lin might have bit off a little bit more than he can chew. He is driving his opponent back into a corner, however, but he is losing a lot of units in exchange for not much gain. And as soon as these low hit point units get taken out for Lin's side, I would imagine Soin starting to channel his TP scroll. He does have one on his Mountain King, and on the Thunderclap is going to come down, and yeah, that AoE damage coming in from the Blizzard and Thunderclap is huge. TP scroll is finally going to get channeled here for Soin, but not before taking a huge chunk out of that Orc army. Yikes. So we are down to only one Raider and a couple of Grunts. Yeah, most of those corpses, I believe, are either peasants or Grunts and Raiders. So I would say that was probably a heavy loss for Lin. As here we go with the turns here, +2/+2 upgrades. We are going for Spirit Walker Master upgrade as well to enable the resurrection through Ancestral Spirit. We'll be able to res those Spirit Walkers as well as the Tauren Warriors.
May my ancestors watch
Heavy armor, which is something to worth note. So even if Soin went transitioning into Knights, that Sundering upgrade will only be able to affect the Grunts. Actually, no, Grunts are heavy armor, so they'll only be able to affect the Raiders, which is not that valuable.
Work complete.
Expansion attempt on the top right here with a pocket grade hole that is going to be accelerated building, as Lin with 2 turns right now. I think we're foregoing double Kodos just for extra supply on those Tauren Warriors.
Work complete.
But yeah, double Kodos would be nice, except this Kodo didn't actually eat anyone in that fight. Lots of Riflemen, +2/+0 upgrades for them. Spellbreakers, not upgraded themselves, so they are going to be pretty squishy when they come to fighting against the Taurens.
Ready to ride.
Okay, here we go. Taurens are going to be slowed there. Honestly, it's just the bane of Orc existence, that slow debuff. And the Thunderclap is going to try nice things as well. We did see one pulverize there from the Tauren on the right, and there we go with another nice AoE damage coming through here from the Orc side. But a lot of those Grunts and Raiders are being slowed thanks to Thunderclap as well as the Sorceress debuff. So who really is winning out right now? Ancestral Spirit is going to be cast to resurrect one of those Spirit Walkers, and the Tauren Warrior is going to get taken down very soon, but I believe we do have a Spirit Walker available for the res. He's a little bit careful. Res, one Tauren Warrior does go taken down there, but a Spirit Walker gets sniped, and it seems like all the Spirit Walkers are being focus fired to prevent the resurrection from actually happening. Archmage is going to get Hex and snared there, so that is going to be a hero traded for a lot of those Orc units. I'm actually so shocked right now that it completely failed for Lin right now. Riflemen are going to snipe down that Kodo Beast, and yeah, disastrous events coming down from Lin. Is going to be brought down to 49, but it seems like Soin also got brought down to 49 supply. Yikes, what on earth happened? As soon as the Tauren Warrior got taken down, the Riflemen just blitzed it. They just went up to the Spirit Walker's face and stopped them from actually casting the resurrection. So yikes, that is a bit of an oopsie there, I would say, but Archmage did get traded for that significant loss for Lin. And of course, more importantly, this expansion is defended. So Lin is currently mining off of 3 gold mines. Soin is going to try and answer that, but it's going to be his turn, being a bit behind on that second expansion. Yeah, we kind of need to see a lot more disenchants coming in from the Spirit Walkers. I understand that they're trying to conserve mana to be able to cast Ancestral Spirit, but yeah, that slow was the Achilles heel of the Orc army right now, and maybe Lin will be able to fix that in the future fight.
Can't build there.
Oh, we are gonna have a watchtower being placed down for Lin to try and answer this expansion, but I imagine these units will be able to spot that very soon, as the Blade Master somehow got spotted. I have actually no idea how, but he might actually have to answer for it, because the Stormbolt is going to come down, and that is going to be a Blade Master taken down at level 5. Wow, that was a huge catch there for Soin. Did his Windwalk expire? Because Magic Sentry is not currently upgraded just yet. So that was a huge blunder there. A lot of resources going to be put into Tavern Revive that Blade Master. Watchtower is going to be answered here, it seems like, and here we go with another fight for Soin, as Thunderclap is going to be taking a couple of those raiders down. Nice crit strike there from the Blade Master, but he is kind of shy on finishing off that Rifleman. This Jat's going to come down, but it will not be able to affect the Thunderclap, as yeah, it's just there for the slows, it seems like. Resurrection's going to be cast, but these Spirit Walkers are quickly running out of mana, as a nice Blizzard is going to try and zone those units out. Tauren Warriors are going to get resurrected, as well as a couple more Spirit Walkers there.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
As we do have a Tauren Warrior on the gold line. Pretty much the ideal place he would want to be, as a nice Pulverize is going to do a good chunk of damage. Coda Beast, you have someone in your belly? You do. You have a Spellbreaker, so at least he's done something this current fight. Soin is at 65 versus Lin's 73, and of course Lin does have access to his Resurrection, so you gotta bear that in mind. 3 Tauren Warriors is a lot to deal with. You can see just huge amount of damage coming down, able to snipe down that Archmage at level 3. Avatar form for the Mountain King is going to try and match those Tauren Warriors there, as the Spirit Walkers are going to go straight into their ethereal forms to prevent themselves from being sniped down by the Mountain King. As yeah, Soin's army is just slowly getting whittled away. Shredder's going to come through here with a couple of peons as well to try and answer that emotional threat. Ooh, yikes, high upkeep for Lin here, as he resurrects more units, going over that supply limit. And oh, Big Bad Voodoo is going to be channeled here from the Shadow Hunter. That is a disastrous fight for Soin to be in. Oh, slightly out of range of that Big Bad Voodoo, unfortunately, but Mountain King with Avatar form is going to die at level 6. No form of resurrection whatsoever, as I believe Soin is kind of lacking in resources here. No, actually he has a ton of resources, but he is too preoccupied in controlling his little army right now, and yeah. Who would have thought that you would be overwhelmed by Tauren Warriors, as they are just going to finish the job. We are at, I believe, 6 Taurens? That is a lot of Taurens. This is more Taurens than I've seen all year last year, to be honest, and yeah, if this is what 1.31 is gonna look like, I am super excited to see more Taurens, because I love these guys so much.
Work complete.
I believe we are at 7 Taurens at 79 food supply. And it seems like Lin's just going to stick towards that. Doesn't, yeah. I don't know why Soin's still in this game. He is only 26 food supply right now, and he is dealing with a huge threat. But Lin is just biding his time for some reason. What was that? Those are just peons. Is Lin waiting for I think he's just playing with his food right now. I think he's trying to build the base over on this gold mine, and just BMing his opponent right now. Soin will be able to, yep, there we go, Pocket Great Hole gets placed down there. Obviously, Soin can't actually see this, so the BM is not really in effect, but yeah, that is gonna be that. Yikes, Stampede with Taurens. It was a bit of a rocky start at the beginning with that very first fight, because someone did a very good job zoning those Spirit Walkers, but yeah, as soon as the Tauren numbers went out of control and not enough Spellbreakers or Knights to deal with them, that was pretty much that. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope to see more Taurens in the future, and see you guys next time.